a good solid tray flip. I'll take that over a kick flip any day.
If somebody did the whole thing where they're like, do a kick flip, I would fail it. But if they yelled, yell a tray flip.
There you go. Here's my kick flip.
No idea. I kick flip. I know. I don't know what a tray flip is.
Tray flip, a 360 kick flip.
Oh, okay. Then I
You do it was tray flip instead of. That's cool.
Listen, man. Everybody has different interests. You know, you're not the only kid that skateboarded.
No, but everything. You're so deep cut on you got like.
I have an addictive personality. So like I find stuff and I fall in love with it, and I have this thing. Like it wasn't that way with skateboarding because to me skateboarding was just kicking it with my friends.
Right.
But like if I take on an interest, in my mind I'm going, why aren't you the best at this? You should be the best at this.
Right.
And that's the way I'm wired. And this is probably a fault of mine because I do work incredibly hard to get good at things, but also like I'm never satisfied at anything. Like I like who I am, but I'm never satisfied at everything I do.
Right.
But you can't be. I mean, you know, even with jokes, like you write a joke and it's doing well on stage, you're having a good time with it, but then like, you know, you're doing that joke 3 months down the road and all of a sudden on stage you say something else and you get a nice pop and you're like, oh shit, I just got a new tag. So the joke's never done. And I was just recently, I was listening to some podcast. Can't remember who it was, and they had just filmed their special, and then they're out there, but the special hasn't come out yet, so they're still doing the same jokes, and then they're finding new tags. They're like, "Oh my god, it would have been so good for the special."
Oh yeah.
Oh, the joke is never done.
No, it's never done.
That's a good show. The joke's never done.
The joke is never done.
Special title.
Yeah, the joke.
Pete Holmes is doing this documentary now about bits that they had to cut.
Yeah,
I forgot what he's calling it, but he's doing this documentary about bits that you cut that didn't make the hour of the special.
I just love the way his brain works, man.
He was my introduction into why I wanted to try psychedelics. He's the introduction into why, like, one day I'll do his podcast and we'll have this talk ourselves. But like, he changed me from being an atheist to believing in some sort of spirituality.
Good, that's cool.
Mushrooms did that to me.
Well, he's the reason I ever did mushrooms, by the way. And I did them for the first time in September.
Oh, real? So this is recent.
Here's the thing.
Because I'm a psychonaut from way back, son.
Yeah,
But because of the way my mind works, first off, I always had so many goals as a kid. Going, you're going to be a basketball player. Now you transition to MMA. You're going to be the best MMA fighter you can. So like, I never smoked weed ever, and I never did anything that I thought would harm me, like physically.
Mm-hmm.
I smoked weed for the first time at 27 or 28, and I had been doing comedy for 6, 7, 8 years, and it was with Louis J. Gomez.
Wow.
And it was only because I did it for the story. Because Louis J. Gomez goes, hey, you want to smoke this blunt? And we were in a church doing a show. And I go, can't beat that story. So I went out on this, me and Louis J. He taught me how to smoke a blunt, by the way, for real. Because as you guys know who smoke, there's a certain way to actually hit it. Mm-hmm. Everybody, when they first try it, they just go, and they're not really hitting it the right way.
Yeah.
He taught me how to really hit it.
At his house.
So and by the way, that's the only time I ever smoke because I still just scientifically think bringing stuff into my lungs is not good.
Yeah.
But I will do edibles. I do edibles every night, probably.
The drinks are good, too.
Not certain.
But I wanted to study the science of psychedelics before I jumped into it. Right? So
that would have been the smart way to do it.
So
I was 17 and some guy's like, I got acid in an eyedropper. I was like, do me, dude.
But I studied the science of it. Like, I didn't just read books. I read like journals. And then I also got to a place in my life that I was happy with myself before I went there and chased the next thing.
Well, you should always be, whenever you're doing psychedelics, even if your life isn't in the greatest place, because I don't say you shouldn't do psychedelics if your life is the best. Like, you can do them, yeah, but like if you're really struggling with something, psychedelics, especially mushrooms, will show you who you really are if you ask yourself those questions while you're on it. But I will say that you should be in a happy mood when you do it.
In a good place.
In a good place.
Don't lie to nobody. Don't be cheating on a girlfriend.
No, be comfortable. Be with people that you trust that are around you, and have a good time.
Yeah. Well, so I was down in the Virgin Islands doing shows with my friend Lucas. He runs shows down there.
You have a great life.
And I was down in the Virgin Islands with my boy Lucas. What up, Lucas? I'll see you in November. And we had spoke, and I go, yo, let's do some mushrooms. I think this is a good time to do some mushrooms. So he went and got us some mushrooms, and we joke that I beat mushrooms. Like, that's the joke. They go, Eugene beat mushrooms.
You get high?
Well, so we took some the first time, and this is a Thursday through Saturday thing. So we took some on Thursday, and it was my first time doing mushrooms. So I went into it smart. I didn't take too much. I go, what's the doses that you would normally take? Give me something about that, because I'm bigger than you, right?
You got like, what, a gram?
I don't know the measurements of it, but I took some. I didn't feel a thing. He's tripping balls. I'm an empath. I'm a nurturer. I took care of him, made sure he was fine. I'm out there chilling. Nothing happened. The second night, he goes, you want to try again and take some more? So we did some more. I did a little bit. I only got to that level where I felt like I was on an edible high, like a marijuana edible high.
Like,
no. Here's what I was going to say to that point. Because I like to be in control.
Yeah.
And I know I'm pretty sure I know that you like to be in control of your situation at all times. Even if you're having a good time and you're buzzing, you're still in control. So like the thing about hallucinogens, especially with mushrooms, is you kind of have to relinquish
for sure
that control.
For sure.
So you can mind fuck yourself right out of tripping balls.
No, but here's how it went.
Yeah.
So because comedy works in threes. The third night I was there and I go, hey, this is what, like, we've done mushrooms twice. I don't really feel like I felt anything, but if I want to feel what that is, this is the perfect place to do it. I'm looking over the jungle, and the jungle's looking over the ocean, and I'm on a balcony. I go, this is where we're doing it. I went into this bag of mushrooms. Guys, I'm not kidding. I pulled out a mushroom this fucking big. I ate that whole thing. Lucas goes, did you eat that thing? And I
was it just a long stem one?
I mean, no, it had a huge head on it, too.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
So were these mushrooms that were local to the Virgin Islands?
This dude called them Alice in Wonderland mushrooms.
Oh, so they were cat.
Lucas was tripping. They were blue caps.
Oh, blue cat. Ah, okay.
Yeah. Lucas was tripping. But I don't know if it's just because of my body, because I'm in great condition. I'm a bigger guy. Like, I don't know if that was it. So that third night, I go, this has to be the night. So I took this giant one. I go, Lucas, you take a big one. You don't have to take that one, but I want you to be there with me. So he took a giant one. And now I started to feel it. And when I started to feel it, I go, give me another mushroom. And I took another mushroom. I probably had, on top of that Goomba I ate, I probably had 4 or 5 other mushrooms, because I was like, let's go meet the Lord tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is heroic.
And yeah. And then so now I'm sitting out here on this deck, and I'm watching the clouds, and I'm in control.
Right.
But things are starting to happen. I don't get tracers on mushrooms.
No.
So that was my check the whole time. And I wasn't getting tracers, and I was disappointed.
Yeah.
But then the clouds started to morph, and I go, there it is. I go, there it is. And I started talking to my dog, because my dog is on my phone.
Right.
Right. And my dog is on the back 9. He has a disease. He's the fact that he's still alive right now is crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, like, as you guys know, I'm very close to animals.
Yeah, dogs know everything.
Yeah, mine too.
So I literally had a conversation. The dog came out of my phone, and I had a conversation with this dog. His name's Ninja, about, like, you don't have to hang on for me. Whenever you're ready to die, you go. And, like, this dog has been with me from when I was broke and lived in the hood to when I got him 2 weeks after starting comedy. So he's been with me my whole life. And I had gone from this transition of being broke and having nothing to, like, I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable. I'm okay now. And he's got to go on that journey with me. And that chapter's coming to an end. So I had this conversation with my dog about, yo, it's okay. It's fine. And then after I had that conversation, I started looking within myself because I came to the mushroom game with questions, right? I didn't. I didn't.
It's actually good to have intention in mind when you're doing a hallucination. If you have something that you want to figure out, it's good to have intention in mind. Yeah.
It's a little underwhelming, but this goes back to the previous episode we recorded when I told you I'm working on myself.
Yeah.
I'm asking whatever this may be, an cosmic energy, a deity, whatever plane of existence I'm on, I'm asking it, and it's literally telling me, you've done all the work before you met me. You're already on the right path. And it's like literally, you're a good person. You help people out when you can. You look after people. It's like the last 2 nights you've been looking after him, and you just met Lucas. And it's like I'm going through this line of, and it's like really just showing me a lot of the good shit that I've done in life. Which sounds kind of corny, but I had to talk to another friend of mine after the words and go, this is what I got from it. And he goes, that just means that the work you've been doing is correct. And so once I went through that journey, we took some more and kept it going. We ran about 9 hours. And
you were liking that shit.
And then I was like, Lucas was tripping hard. And I was like, let's calm down. I go, put on some music you like. Show me some music that you like, because I don't listen to what you listen to. So he started putting on Soundgarden and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And all these crazy 90s videos. And I'm now sitting on the couch, and the couch is starting to hug me.
I love that feeling.
That feeling?
When you sink into the couch? Yeah.
When you're comfortable.
I've never been hugged by something like that in my life. This is what I'll tell everybody about mushrooms in my experience. The amount of love you feel is insane. I picked up Lucas's dog. He has like this little Chihuahua mixed dog that he rescued. And I'm just sitting there holding this dog, and I'm sitting there going, I don't think anybody's ever loved me as much as this fucking dog loves me.
You're like chock full of love.
And so he starts tripping. I lock him in his bedroom for a minute. He needed it. He was like, let's go to the clubs. I go, I'm in St. Thomas tripping on mushrooms. We're not going to the clubs. No. So I put him in his bedroom, put on the AC, let him cool down a little bit. I go into my room. I hear a knock on the door. I open it. He's standing there just in shorts, sweating. It looks like he popped out of a swimming pool. I go, how? He goes, I'm so hot right now. I go,
what the fuck?
That was sweat?
Yes.
Oh, God.
So I took care of him. I nurtured him, made sure he was fine. That's just what my soul is. Like I play dad a lot. If we were tripping mushrooms together, and we can one day, we could do a podcast, come in here and trip mushrooms. So we could do a mushroom podcast. I'll do it with you. And so I promise you I'll do it with you. You can go ahead and count that. So
candy bars at home.
We're sitting there doing that. I take care of him, and then I go back, and now I'm just relaxing to myself, right? I finally have some alone time to myself. And a friend of mine, Big Joe, you know Big Joe Murray?
Yeah, I love Big Joe.
Big Joe told me to get into LSD, and I won't do that.
Shout out to Big Joe.
I won't do
that.
I
love Big Joe. He's like, dude, you should try LSD.
I won't do that. I'm very natural. Like, I'll do mushrooms.
LSD is natural. That's no. Okay,
I'm not doing anything that came from a bathtub.
Hold on, listen. I have allegedly some very clean gel tabs at my house that I've already had many of. And let me tell you something. You don't get any of the weird side effects that you get from all that other shit. It is so clean and so pure. It is fantastic. I have tripped so many balls on that shit. Now, I will say the trip on LSD is different than the trip on mushrooms. I will say the trip on LSD is fantastical and it's wild, but it's not spiritual.
It's not love.
It's not spiritual. Whereas mushrooms, like, and I still tell you this, the best delivery system for mushrooms is the tried and true way: is boil them, strain them with a cheesecloth, and then boil them again, and then strain that cheesecloth. And when you drink that warm tea, and you can put Kool-Aid or something in it if you don't like the taste of it. I don't really like mushrooms I
just ate them raw.
No, but when you drink the tea, it is so much more bioavailable to your system now because it just absorbs into all the tissue, and your stomach feels warm and it feels nice, and then all of a sudden that warmth just kind of rises through your chest, and then you get that feeling that something's just kind of on the edge, and then.
I go into my bedroom. Lucas is locked up. I go to my bedroom. I'm in there, and Big Joe had told me do LSD and listen to Dark Side of the Moon. Right?
Oh Jesus! He wanted you to go right off the deep
end. And I don't want to say rock music fan, but I just now learned to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sitting there on this mattress, all dark, cold. I got a window unit, AC blowing on me, just that green light. And I go, you know what? This is going to be when we come down. Let's put on Dark Side of the Moon. So I go, I'm on mushrooms. I'm not going to do LSD, but I'll put on Dark Side of the Moon and we'll go through it. And I'm sitting there, laying there, just thinking about everything that happened. I'm still tripping. Like Mario Kart Rainbow Road is in front of me. And like, but it's the green light from the AC unit. Right. So it's like spreading over. I kid you not. I'm feeling all this sort of love. The second Dark Side of the Moon ends, it hits 12 a.m. And that was my anniversary that day.
Oh wow.
That's some magical shit, man.
Yeah. So as soon as it ended,
that's a crazy.
It hit 12 a.m. It's now September 28th, which is the day I got married.
Yeah.
It's now my anniversary. So I called my wife and I go, hey, I just came down from tripping mushrooms, whatever. But she knew. My wife is cool. It's not like I don't hide shit.
No.
Yeah. A whole other conversation.
Yeah. So
mine's cool too. Yeah.
So I just at 12, I just hit her with just came off this trip of mushrooms. Happy anniversary. I leave my wife a message when I'm on the road every night.
Yeah.
Like she goes to bed early, but I leave her. It's kind of a routine thing to do.
That's nice.
And at 12 a.m., it was like, I don't know. It was just serendipitous that the album ended. My high had came down.
So you guys started early then?
We started at fucking, like
in
the afternoon.
Yeah.
We started.
So you watched the sunset tripping?
Yeah, I watched everything.
Man.
Yeah.
That's
in
a great
St. Thomas on a deck.
That's a great experience.
The first 2 days don't feel like they count for me.
The best is on the beach when you watch the sunset.
We were gonna go.
My God.
We were gonna go to the beach. I'm glad we didn't because we would have ended up sleeping there on the beach.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I prefer to be in a home.
And you probably would have got robbed.
Yeah. Not robbed and Sandy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll do a mushroom episode.
Listen, man, if we do a mushroom episode, it ain't gonna be here. It's gonna be we'll do the podcast from a residence. Yeah. So we can all be comfortable. We'll do it there. But we can definitely do that, and I would be down to do that.
Great fucking episode that'll be.
It'll either be great or it'll just be three dudes going, dude.
I don't know.
I get deep.
You do.
I get deep. Like, let me tell you. So we're on mushrooms. I was supposed to bring Rudy Malumba to feature for me.
I love Rudy.
I love Rudy too. But Rudy called out the hours before our flight.
Oh no.
I'm not even dogging him. Yeah. I told Rudy, yo, I love you, bro. I'm not even mad at you. But I came into that St. Thomas trip when my mind a little messed up, like none of this is working out. I was supposed to have my boy with me. He was supposed to be my feature. I was supposed to do all this. I was having problems with the airport, and just my mind was in not a great spot. And so the couple days leading up to it, I was like not feeling the best. Then we did the mushrooms, and it was like, this is exactly how it was supposed to work out. Mm-hmm. Me and Lucas were supposed to have this trip together. It was supposed to be for us. Rudy wasn't supposed to be involved in this. We became very close friends through this moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And it was like,
that's cool.
It looking back, it was like, no, all the pieces worked out the way they were supposed to work out. And
it's no shade to Rudy. It's just that, like, that's just what happened.
That would have changed the dynamic.
It would have. It wouldn't have been the same experience. It would have
changed that whole dynamic, and then it would have been like
less mushrooms.
Definitely.
we had a ridiculous amount.
Oh, it's my kind of party.
They might still be there
in the room somewhere.
Yeah. So like we had a ridiculous amount, but it was like it worked out the way that it was supposed to work out, and I think that's a good metaphor for life.
Yeah.
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 Dude, I traveled all through different kinds of things before I got to comedy, and I was in a band for 7 years, and we played hard rock and house blues. Went up the East Coast. We did a lot of things, and I thought that's where my life was going to go until the drummer fucked my ex-wife, and then that ended that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and then but what I brought
let the drummer kick.
it's always the drummer, dude. Drummer's the shadiest fucking guys in the band, and every band guy knows that. Anyway, but what I brought from music into comedy was I realized with comedy, because I grew up watching and loving comedy, was that music and comedy aren't that different. There's peaks and valleys, and it's a rhythm, but it's a rhythm of words and inflections and stuff. And so, like, when I realized that, that's what kind of helped influence my writing when I started writing for my first 5 minutes for doing. And dude, my first open mic was at Austin's in Orlando, and Roberto Font was actually the host that night. And believe this or not, I actually had a great first set doing comedy.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
I did.
Most people that are still doing it did.
But then, no, that's not true.
I don't think that's true.
But no. Listen. But my second go at Austin's, I thought I was fucking Dimitri Martins, because I can play the guitar.
Great.
So I came out and I started trying to play a song about trannies and shit, and it was terrible, and I bombed so bad that I didn't do comedy again for 4 years. Like that was 2009.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't do it again for 4 fucking years. And I came back and I was like, hey, Minnie, he's like, I know you from somewhere. I was like, yeah, bro, I was at that open mic. He's like, bro, I never saw you again. I was like, I'm back.
Yeah, we play music. We do. The instruments, the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what finding your voice is, other than having a take and knowing which take you take on something. My fault with new comedians, and it's not my fault, it's just a thing they gotta learn it.
Yeah.
Is every joke has an emotion to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta figure out where your emotion is on that joke. Some comedians just write jokes and don't put that in there. Well, that emotion is your voice. That take is your voice. And that's what people say when you're finding your voice. And then the rhythm is also part of your voice. It's the rhythm you talk at that gets you to be compelling. It's the reason why, if you watch a good comedian go up at a showcase club, for example, say you're at the Comedy Cellar. No, not the Cellar, because that's not where he was. Say you're at the Comedy Store back when Coco Diaz was out there, right? He'll go up and he'll murder just doing what he does. A younger comedian will go up and try to match that energy.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then bomb, right?
Yeah.
But an established or a comedian who has their chops would go up there and not even start their set yet. They would just talk a little bit to the audience in the way that they talk.
Right.
And that would make that audience go,
come into that.
That's the ride we were on, but now this is the new ride we're on.
That gives me, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
I ask everyone that comes here, how do you feel about that guy from Kill Tony that's copying Mitch Hedberg? That shit drives me. Go ahead.
You've talked about that in every podcast.
Because it drives me fucking crazy.
I don't worry in my life. Like I can tell you what I feel, but I also don't care.
Yeah.
Like I don't worry about things that don't affect me.
Right.
I gotta learn that.
I've told you that so much.
I think I learned it.
I know.
Yeah. I really don't worry about things that don't affect me. Kill Tony in general to me is such a double-edged sword for comedy because it's done some great things for friends of ours even.
Yeah, jolly.
But it's also like teaching people who want to try comedy, you should go up there and you should learn to be the most abrasive, the darkest, the bluest, the most racist. And that's not the way to start doing comedy either. So like for people who have a voice already, Cam showed up and Cam blew up, but Cam is an original.
Cam was Cam.
And Cam showed up being Cam. He didn't show up doing his impersonation of what he thought Kill Tony wanted him to be.
Right.
He showed up and he goes, this is Cam Patterson. And Cam was an original voice in comedy that we had not seen, and people attracted to that, and that's why he's blown up.
Yeah, Cam was the same Cam at every open mic when he first started, when we were at open mics, when we were doing Kevin's Room out there in St. Cloud. Cam has always been Cam, and
that's why he connected.
He resonates.
Some of these other people are going to be flashes in the pan, or some of these other people are just not going to have their moment because they think that's what comedy is. It's weird. Yeah. It's also like, let's put it this way. I've opened for a lot of people who have 500,000, if not more, followers on Instagram. And I'm not going to say they're not comedians, because these are also people who have been out working comedy and doing comedy. Because there's the whole influencer aspect of that as well.
There is.
Well, this is a famous person who's an influencer.
They don't last long.
And they don't. But even with these people who've worked comedy, but they've designed their comedy to work for social media, I wouldn't say you're not a stand-up, but I've opened for some of them. And I'm like, oh, we're
not the same thing.
Yeah, you're not you in the room. In the room, your comedy is designed for this. Your comedy is designed for Instagram, for TikTok. But when we bring you to the room, that's not you, because here I'm the man, right? Like I won't use any names, but I've opened for people, and I've literally texted my wife going, this industry has upset me, and I feel disheartened because this person is further along career-wise than I am, and he cannot hold anything to me.
Oh, dude, listen.
And that's one of my faults. I don't let that hinder me, because I also think I'm on the Ali Sadiq path, but that's a different story. But like,
that's a good path to be on.
I think if I'm being honest, there was a moment when I thought I was going to be the young up-and-comer. But at 35, I'm no longer a young comedian.
Right.
I think now I'm on a much longer path, and I think I'm going to be in my 50s, hop in my 50s, and people are going to go, where was this guy at? And
I've been here this whole fucking time.
And people will be like, if you knew.
Yeah, no. Well, no, like the thing is too, like, I started off, and I still do a lot. I do a lot of topical shit because I like it. It's fun. But I've started leaning into my crazy dysfunctional family and the crazy stories that come up with it. Dude, I've been writing some of what I find to be my favorite jokes. Not necessarily if they're the audience's favorite jokes, but for me, I love it. And I just came up with one about my mom and my dad. I'll tell you out of here, but dude, it resonates because it's simple to understand, but it's also it uses like analogies that like people will get from world events and stuff, but it goes into my parents. Except for Alex Soto.
He did not get it.
He did not get it at all.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue for social media for me, and I do okay on it. But here's the issue for me is I feel like social media is the comedian serving that particular audience, whereas I do stand up to serve me.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
We're not.
Make the audience like your shit.
If any comedian who gets up there and goes, I'm doing this for, you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You were just narcissistic enough to go, I think people should listen to me talk for an hour.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
I do stand up because it makes me feel good to be in control for the hour, and it makes me feel good to know that I could do anything right now, and I know I have you in the palm of my hand. Yes, there's a certain level of like, I hope you guys come out. I'm going to work my ass off to make sure you have a good time. You have a good show. But that's 2B. That's right. 2. That's B. That's like the real one is, this is for me.
No, 100%. 100% it's for you. And there's that feeling and I've had problems where I've featured for certain comics and they don't want to work with me anymore because they couldn't do anything afterwards.
I mean, I've gotten standing ovations from feature spots.
Yeah. And they've told promoters that no, I can't work with him anymore. And I know why. But it's like, it's also disheartening because it's like, damn, dude, like that sucks. Like fucking, you want to like, I don't like when a headliner is a weak headliner and they won't bring a good feature because they don't want to have to work. And I hate that because it's like, dude, don't you want your feature to kill? So the crowd is fucking raucous and ready to go, and their energy level is ready to pop, and then you come out there, they've been waiting to see you, and now they're in a good mood. Would you want to dig yourself out of a fucking hole every time?
I have 2 features I bring for me, and I don't mean people, it's just the category of comedian. If I'm in a position where I can bring my own feature, either I'll bring somebody who headlines already, or I bring somebody in that I think has potential but never had an opportunity.
You've given me opportunities.
Those are the 2 comedians.
He's brought me out.
Those are the 2 comedians that I go, I'll either bring another person who headlines, or I'll bring somebody in who's ready to kind of take a jump a little bit, but they don't have the opportunity. So I'll try to be that if I can.
That's the only like a dad.
No, he's a comics comic. Like, you know, Minnie and I, we were playing Fortnite, and he was telling me about how, like, you had brought him out to this one show, and then you told the guy that was like, well, no, he's gonna headline. Like you're gonna bring him into headline before. And I was like, dude, told Minnie, I was like, dude, Eugene's always been that guy to me. Like we've always you've always had a helping hand to it, but only the people that you know are good and they're working at it. Not to because you get these open micers that'll be like, bro, you're good, man. Can you put me on a show? And it's like, dude, I can't put you on a show.
I care about comedy in general, and I've said this to many people when I watch their sets and they ask me about material. Because if you ask me about material, I'm going to ask you one question immediately. I'm going to go, do you want to feel good or do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
And I'm not there to tear you down, because some people get laughs by material they're doing that I can't stand. And comedy and comedy is subjective. So that's fine. There's people out there who don't like what I do, and that's fine. You have the right to not like what I do. But when I say that is when you do comedy, what energy do you want to bring to the world? That's what I'm asking. So like some people will go up there and do like some crazy bit or like some ass-eating bit. Like one of the worst jokes I ever seen was a fucking dude, like a guy talking about having sex with some girl in her ass, and then he pulled his dick out and there's like corn or something like. It's gross.
Yeah, that's not funny though.
But here's what and even if it killed, even if it murdered, my question to him, and this is why I said, do you want to feel good about yourself? My question to him is, I go, do you want to be the corn poop on a dick ass guy?
Yeah.
Is that the energy you want to bring to the world, or do you want to bring something real?
Right.
I like to talk about topics that I'm personally invested in, because then I have the energy behind it to put my all into it, and I may have a take that that's not the same take everybody's got, on this thing, and I want to say what I want to say about it because I feel passionate about it, and I think when I do that, that's when it comes through, and it's the best. It's the best.
Like for me, I'm autobiographical, but everything that I do, if you ask me what the actual meaning of the joke is, there's a meaning there.
Yeah, me too.
It's not just I thought this was funny or whatever. Like I can, like even the Mr. Clean story. That story is all about living in the moment. It's like that story, the meaning to that story is, hey, get off your phone for a while and enjoy the world because there's some cool shit going on. That's the true meaning of that story. Now, it is an actual story that happened.
Oh yeah.
But if that wasn't, like, if there wasn't something deeper than, let me tell you about this crazy time, then I wouldn't even do it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever just, because you know your brain, and when you write a joke, you're like, I just know that this joke deserves to be fucking on stage. Like, I have to say this joke.
I mean, I've written jokes that are, I guess this ain't even answering the question. I've written jokes.
Okay.
I've written jokes that are funny that I go, this is funny, but it does nothing for me. And
I've done that too.
And I'm like, I do
that too.
I can use this and get a laugh, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I take shit out that booms. I'm just like, I fucking hate it.
Is there any joke that needs to be on stage that?
It's like a weird feeling, like you know how good you are, like you're just like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll read and I'm like, this is fucking dope.
That's like the one I just wrote about my parents.
Yeah, you were real slow.
I wrote it and I called him and I was like, dude, this thing is, I don't know where it came to me in the shower.
I don't know if I have any that I would go, this. It depends on what we mean by this has to be on stage.
Well, no, like
I think I'm thinking too deep. I'm thinking too deep on it because I don't think anything that we do as comedians has to.
No, but I'm saying you wrote it and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to do this. I'm proud of this. This is good.
Of this joke.
One of my favorite jokes I've ever done, and I wrote this at the year I got married, so 2019, is you should get a prenup joke. And without killing it, one of the punchlines is my friend calls me up and he goes, and this has happened, by the way, and he calls me up and he goes, dude, I would never get married. I'd never let a lady take half my shit. And I'm like, bro, you work at Popeyes.
I remember that joke. Yeah.
Like, but the meaning of that joke is you've made so many excuses for why you can't be in a successful relationship. Oh, they're going to take my stuff. You have nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe go get something.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the avenue for you to get something is to be a marriage. Maybe there's something more to the world than just things that you think, oh, my paycheck is, I got this paycheck. Now I bought these new shoes. Yeah. Oh, she's going to take my money. You don't want, you have so little to offer this person. Maybe find a person that together you guys can build something and have more to offer the world. That's the base. That's the base of the joke. But then I make it. I dumb it down to you work at Popeyes, saying, well, you don't have anything. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But it's a nice little smart quip that just nails it. And it's succinct. Everybody understands instantly exactly what you mean. Yeah,
and it also cuts down the people in the audience. So there are people in every audience. There's people who are against marriage, and there's people who are against that or that. Speak up after I say something like that, because then I'm going to ask you what you do.
Yeah.
And I'm not the comedian that's going to do what you do for a living. I'm going to go much deeper. I'm going to go, what are you scared that people are going to take from you?
Nice.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to. I work in sales. I don't give a fuck about that. What do you have that you're scared that this person might take half of?
You know, getting back to what you said about having something that's not just stuff. I think to some of the best times I've had in recent memory is just sitting in the bed with my girlfriend watching some dumb show, and she starts laughing and I'm laughing hilarious because she's going nuts, and we're just laughing together about nothing, and then we're just looking at each other like it doesn't get better than what this is right here.
I think my perspective got skewed on the world, which I agree. We had mentioned that before. Like there's just certain moments of bliss that you go, this is what life is.
Yeah.
I almost died when I was younger.
Oh, shit.
And my dad saved my life. I used to chew on shit a lot. I still do. But there was like
Legos,
a fucking
shit.
No, what it was, you remember the fucking yo-yo balls that came back to you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was the plastic ring from one of those.
Oh, shit.
And I was chewing on it, and then it went down my throat and then expanded.
Oh.
So it got lodged in my throat, and I'm a child, and I know exactly where I was. I began to pass out.
Damn.
And this is when I started to believe in something more than being an atheist for real. Like I started to believe in something more spiritual, but I just didn't know how to explain it. And it's easier to say you're an atheist than to go deep with people who can't get on that wavelength with you.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not an atheist. But this is when one of those moments happened. Is I started to pass out, and I literally had that fucking movie montage of moments in my life that I was like, oh, this is on my first birthday when I got the Blue Fisher Prize horse. This is that. This is this.
It's DMT. Your brain is flooding with DMT.
And then I came to as my dad pulled this out of my throat, and I felt my throat getting scratched up as he ripped this plastic ring out of my throat.
So did he just reach down in there?
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck he managed to get, but he saw me and he just came to the conclusion he's choking and reached his fucking hand all like and was lucky to get it. And at that moment, it was nothing matters right there. Like depending on whatever realm my body was going to, or my sentience was going to, my soul, if we have souls, wherever that energy was going, these Jordans aren't going with it.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
How do people hang themselves and masturbate because of DMT?
No, not because of DMT. It's because the
I'd like where your brain went on that connection, though.
Sorry,
Depriving-
I was doing
No. Depriving
Like,
the oxygen.
that was the smartest.
I think I said all day.
No. That was the smartest thought for hanging yourself while masturbating, I've heard. So I like that idea.
No, when you deprive your body of oxygen, the orgasm is a lot more intense.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's.
How do you do this?
I don't know. That's what they say. I'm not.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not strapping a belt around my fat
By
neck
the
and
way,
hanging it from something. I'm gonna fucking die.
DMT is the only other drug that I wish to do in life.
I haven't done it yet, and I also want to.
DMT is the only other drug that I wish to do in life. I'll do mushrooms again. I literally after I was coming out of the mushroom trip, I
loved ecstasy. Loved it.
I'm a drug addict.
No. I looked at myself in the mirror as I was coming out of the mushroom trip, and I literally go, "I'll see you again," and then I just came out.
Yeah, because the thing about hallucinogens is it's not addictive. Nobody's like every day except unless you're Alex Soto. Dude, that motherfucker trips balls more than anybody that I know. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing right now? He's like, I'm on a fucking mushroom trip right now. I ate a half a chocolate bar. Now I'm on making my advertisements. But
I want to do DMT.
I make him sound like Sling Blade.
I want to do DMT because I'm a lucid dreamer.
Yeah.
And I want to see what that is because I had memories as a child that I thought were real and they weren't. And it's because I would dream and the dream would be so vivid and real that I thought that was an actual moment of my life.
Do you smell smells in your dream and feel wind and stuff? I do.
I control it. I don't really breathe well when I sleep, but like I control the dream. But obviously I didn't even know what lucid dreaming was when I was a child. But I would one day my mother and I were driving through like a country area, and there was a driveway that was quarter mile, half mile long. And at the end is a house. And we drove by this. And I go, hey, look, there's my babysitter. And my mother looks at me and she goes, you've never had a babysitter.
Dude.
She goes, we don't know who those people are. I knew this house. I knew what the layout on the inside was. And I had a whole history on the way these people treated me and interacted with me. And I thought it was all real. And I did not know that it wasn't real until my mom goes, you never had a babysitter.
Dude, your brain is so profound. I believe in dimensions, and I believe crossing over dimensions sometimes. Dude, I bet you fucking...
I don't know what it was.
You remember that shit.
That's one of my moments that led me down the study of hallucinogenics, but also the study of where religion and science meet.
Yeah.
Do you fly in your dreams?
I don't have any.
You asked that. I'm sorry. Do you fly?
I don't have any record. I don't have like any prominent moments of me flying.
I fly.
Like I'm sure I have maybe before, but I don't have any prominent moments that like stick out.
When I first started flying in my dreams, it was hard. I would jump up high and kind of hold myself there for a little while, and then as I got better at it, I would swim through the air. And now I just fucking full on, Keanu Reeves from The Matrix. I can just.
I don't even dream anymore because there's so much weed. They say weed still.
Well, you know what I stop smoking for a week, and that shit'll flood right.
You know what I do?
Buddy.
Here's what I do with dreams now. Because sometimes I get excited to go to bed just to dream.
Mm-hmm.
God, so lucky.
And I literally go. It's like picking a movie I want to be in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I go, like I'm a nerd. I go, you know what? We're gonna go on a Lord of the Rings adventure this time, and I'll just fucking go to bed. And fucking here I am in Middle Earth, just fucking.
Dude, my girlfriend almost bought a life-size Gollum statue. I was like, where are we going to put that? She's like, I don't care. It's cool. And I was like, Facebook Marketplace, here we go.
Yeah. So
she's a nerd too. She's just a nerd on different shits. I'm Star Wars. She's elves and shit, you know?
Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Trek too. We watched that.
Yeah, I don't know. I also have a lot of... I used to study in my sleep. I know that sounds fucking insane.
No, it doesn't.
Awesome.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound so.
But I don't have a photographic memory in the same way as like that autistic kid who they flew over New York and he drew all.
Oh, that kid's cool.
I don't have that. But like growing up, like if I had a study guide, I could take a mental note, like a mental picture of that study guide in my head.
And it just replays in your subconscious.
And then if I'm doing a test, I'm literally in my mind reading the study guide and just filling in the answers.
You know what my brain does? My brain goes, you're going to forget it. You're going to forget it. You're forgetting it. You're forgetting it, aren't you? And I'll be like, I am forgetting
Bro, your brain works against you.
It does sometimes.
You got to master it.
But it does
You gotta tell that bitch what to do.
That's why we said I beat mushrooms, by the way.
I'll eat mushrooms tonight.
Because
he beat mushrooms.
Yeah.
He beat mushrooms.
I showed up and I controlled the whole thing.
That's so dope.
And then also like the thing you said about you got to lose control. I was in control, but I let it happen because I'd seen a video of Pete. Like I mentioned, Pete Holmes is a big influence on me.
I love his sketches.
And he did this thing about tripping mushrooms, and he goes, I was having a bad trip until I realized that I'm supposed to go to the world it wants me to go to. So he goes, if you see a dragon, don't run from the dragon. You go meet the dragon. And so that was in my mind as I was tripping.
Yeah.
I was going, oh, okay, this is what's happening. Let's go.
You
accept
this. You accept it. Yeah.
And I was in control, but I was also not running from. I wasn't running from the things, whatever hallucinogenic I was, whatever like thing I was seeing. You know.
You just took away fear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This has been awesome, man.
I know.
This has been a great podcast.
Oh,
podcast, bro.
I'm a talker, and I like to go deep. I mean, if we go. By the way, I'm with it when I trip. So, like, if we did the mushroom episode,
I'm with it too.
We're doing that.
We're gonna go. We'll go down a hole.
Future episode of Stand Up Sitting Down, the mushroom episode coming soon.
My brother was one who told me to.
It is. Like Jesse should do it. Eugene Torres.
So my best friend Kamal and I, we take a camping trip every year, and we go out in the woods.
I never heard of a Kamal who likes to camp.
Yeah, man. Well, he's half Puerto Rican, half Turkish. So I call him Porkish. And so we go camping once a year, and we trip balls when we go camping. The last time we were out in the woods, for whatever reason, we were literally walking through the trails at night in the woods. And
I'll be catching animals,
bro. There could have been a bear. All I got is a pocket knife, bro. And I'm walking with the pocket knife in one hand, and we're walking. And for whatever reason, we thought we were transported back in time to like the ancient, like the medieval times, and we're walking down a path to like that we're going toward a town or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, I need a slaggard of ale and a winch. And he's like, hey, a winch. And we just kept walking, dude. We got out into this clearing, and it opened up, and the moon was coming down. And bro, I swear to God, it was like we were walking into fucking Narnia. I was like, dude, this is awesome.
I'm gonna do that with you guys next time.
Dude, I'm in.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
That's what we should do. We should do a fucking camping trip and film it.
I mean, I'm down to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes.
Like
camping trip.
I'm at. Because I know I'm the youngest here, but 35 is middle aged to me. First off, I'm an old soul to begin with.
I know, but fucking.
Second, Puerto Ricans live to 70, so I'm middle aged.
Definitely the big no.
My grandpa died. My grandpa died in his 70s. I'm middle aged right now. That's another issue.
That's a good bit. That is a good bit
that's
too.
the issue I have is like these people in their 50s are like, I'm middle aged. Oh, so you living past 100? Bitch, you are old.
No, I'm 40. I'm 43, and I consider myself middle aged. There's not like the average lifespan of an adult male in this country is what 76. Like I'm fucking.
That's what I'm saying. So like people want to be like, oh, you're 35 or you're young. No, you're just old. This is the middle.
Right. Yeah. Like you're on the end. I'm in the middle.
How do you think I am? Yeah, that's me because you'll guess it and I'll be pissed. I'm
49.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting older, aren't I?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Are you? How old are you?
49.
That was my guess. Yeah.
That's dope.
I figured you were older than Jesse.
Yeah.
But I didn't think you were like an old guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 49 seemed good. My wife's 43. Yeah, I got him.
Oh, you got a cougar?
I don't know. She's on her way out.
8 years? 8 years.
She's got one in the grave.
Yeah.
Your wife is hilarious to me.
My wife is the best.
Dude, she's the funniest drunk I've ever seen in my life when she drinks, dude.
You had us down there with fucking Ben Amin, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
my ex?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah. My ex was out of her fucking mind.
She was yelling. I didn't even.
Bro, listen. Her and Michelle were. It was after a show, and then they were drinking. We were at this little place called the Tipsy Skipper.
Yeah.
And
Right next
my
to
ex-girlfriend is walking up to random. She's guarding the door like she's security, and she's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Fucking what, Benjamin?" He's like, "Ben Amin." And I'm sitting here going, "Fuck."
It was more trippy than the mushrooms I took.
Oh
Are
yeah.
you guys tripping?
No.
That's awesome.
I was stone cold sober.
I was pretty sober myself. She was.
I heard a lot about her.
I'm looking at Eugene going, "Fuck my life."
Have you met Kelly yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Now
I
Kelly.
haven't kicked it with her yet, but I have met her.
Listen, Kelly is the best, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? Like when we go out on a date night, we should do a double date night, and we'll all go out and do some cool shit.
You got an old lady? Bring everybody.
All right, let's all go.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. Remember I told you first off. By the way,
I'm the narcissist.
By the way, hold on. You can see.
Who makes everything about them?
Hold on, you can see, and I didn't even mean it. I didn't even mean it to be, but that's how much of an empath I was.
I can see it.
That I was.
Like, oh, man, you just left him out.
Well, I was just saying, so him and Michelle can get to know Kelly.
I don't even think that is not normal. I'm just always like, what about him? He's here with us.
Yeah, I was like, hug you next time.
Daniel, come along. Bring your girlfriend. Shut the fuck up. All right, well, you know, we're not gonna be here on the TEDs, but we're fucking gonna have this episode up. This two-parter. I'm Jesse Shadoos.
I'm Dale Patrick Hodges.
Eugene Torres.
And tell them where you're gonna be.
I don't know. My wife's in charge of my dates, but if you go to
I love that.
you go to EugeneTorresComedy.com, you can find my dates there, and then of course Eugene Torres Comedy on social media.
Yeah.
And then I got a podcast I'm starting soon called Creatures in Comedy. So
That sounds awesome. Cool. You can see all of my stuff at JesseGotJokes.com and Jesse Got Jokes on all social medias.
My daughter takes care of all mine. I don't think I should
You can't even direct them.
Daniel on TikTok. Dale Patrick Hodges.
Hold on, he said Daniel on TikTok. You know how many Daniels are on TikTok? Yo, it's me.
See my TikTok.
Daniel on TikTok.
Daniel on TikTok.
He said, like and subscribe.
Daniel on TikTok. Hey, Torres in Puerto Rico. What are you talking about?
No, we're not cutting that. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Stand up, sitting down, talk about the life